Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Let me just make sure one is actually working correctly today. Oh, what about bubble my throat? Okay, so continuing with the pieces for this live 2D animation. Currently going through the head parts. You can see that we've got a chunk of fluff sitting inside the ear there. That should be enough for what we need. If it's not, then realistically, the most realistic way to go about this is actually just go whap, like... Let me just reposition that a little bit. Let's just squeeze that back in there, then we just need to go... About there and there, there we go, we have fluff. Actually, no, we're working on you. So working off this general image of Seia right now, where she's got this extra bit of hair sticking out the front, which is not present in literally any other illustration of her. Really thinking about whether I should decrease the overall width of the head a little bit. I've got a very round head right now. It's pretty much a circle. But it's also making some of the proportions look a little weird because of the fact it's mostly derived from the fact that she doesn't have any well, she doesn't have particularly large amounts of hair over her fringe. It's got a very clear shot of her forehead. You know, still a matter of, do I want to split her hair a little bit more cleanly down the middle? Because right now it is definitely not split very cleanly down the middle. Okay, what actually happens if I just grab the head and just make it less wide? If I just... Did I just take the whole hair and head and just make it slightly less wide? What happens? Actually, what's the side piece? What's this? Oh yeah. This is... let's go behind head. And then we need to go... side. Okay, let's just see what happens if I just do this. How weird does it feel if I just go more inwards a little bit? So the head is a bit closer to an oval. Then to a circle. Which is probably actually better. I think we'll go with this. Yeah, let's just compare this. It's like a very squishy head. This probably be better if I was portioning everything more for like a two-head tour chibi, but this will probably work better for a three-head tour, which is how I generally proportion things, even though it's 90% out of view. Okay. In terms of the hair at the back, I think we can get away with just a single piece, because it doesn't really need to be able to move. Actually, what's the best way to do that? If I want to turn the head, it's a little different. But we still have a little bit of perspective to work with. Let's see this one do this. Okay, so behind the head, we're going to create an extra layer or extra folder here that goes behind the side bits. We're going to call this back. We're going to go the tops. We'll call this far top. This is going to involve... Is my currently snapping? Okay, we're going to go from here to... Oh, it's got to be hit about it, yeah, so it probably doesn't matter that much, but we'll bring it up to like here-ish. Okay, then we're going to create two pieces for the side, which is going to go in front of in front of that part, which is going to be the back sides. So when the head turns, these will have to act as the side of the head effectively, and I just need to be able to see you while I'm doing this, so just go. We'll bring this out a little bit further so that it really encompasses the head. So similar to the side piece at the front, this piece, it doesn't really matter how far down it stretches, because once it's inside the box, it actually doesn't matter. But can I get rid of that? Okay. Okay. So is there a problem here as well? There totally is. Oh, whatever, that's more stability box. And we will bring that out to about here, let's say. It doesn't matter if this part's symmetrical, it's not particularly important. And the base of it doesn't matter either, once again. Then, below all of this, need a piece that is just going to be the back. We're just going to do one long part as the back piece, where we're just going to go down, we're going to go across, so we don't really care what's happening beyond that. And that's just going to encompass all the hair behind her. Okay, do I want to fight with the flowering that I'm definitely going to get messed up at some point? Or do I don't want to do that later? Where is the ear? Let's cut this down a little bit. That'll do. Just make it not overly wide or tall. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do next? That's a box, hold on, that's not right. We want you. Not you, you. Left. Alright, now how do I get these flowers in? Do I still need this? Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of a part of this. How should we go about this? Do I need all of the flowers of different layer, don't I? I need all the flowers on a different layer, but I want to turn the head at all. Well, that's a pain in the butt. And that's already, but I don't want to make it turn particularly nicely, otherwise I want the other differently oriented petals in different layers. Yikes! Hmm. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do I do these flowers? How do I do these flowers? Oh, I'm so using the... Okay, let's turn that off. Actually, no, this has to be above. Hmm. Um, um, I really don't know what I'm doing with these flowers. Hmm. 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 I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so do I need... If I'm gonna draw... Or try and draw flowers that big, do I need something behind this? What the heck is happening here? Is it now? Uh... Is that a good thing? For me, like, not waste as long for everything. Let's pop that out. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, it kind of looks like a flower. Is that what happens? They just have like a delay in the gotcha? I would have just presumed they just do was repeats. I mean the Japanese version also goes through the old gotchas as well, so it wouldn't like old banners. So it's not like there won't be any points where it's oh, that's horrific. Oh, what the heck am I doing here? Well, there won't be time to like rebuild those gems back up. What the heck am I doing? Let's get that out there. Let's put that in here. Let's cut that out. Oh, that's kind of horrific. Okay, okay, we'll just leave that like that for a bit, and we'll just see how that feels after a while. Alright, body. He's wearing the same thing, so we'll actually go up this, which is a bit closer to a frontal view. Yeah. So every chibi thing that occurs, there's actually not much of a nick, which is the main thing to pay attention to. Okay, body. Body needs to go behind. Wait, no. Foreground is in front, but foreground goes up front, background goes down back. Body goes in box background, Seia behind head, body in front. Okay, we'll put body here. Okay, so we have collar. And this has to be split between right and left. Okay, is anything else going to be discolored? No, okay. Okay, I'll go like that. Do I need a back piece, or do I just want to draw this up to the head? Might be better if I just draw it up to the head and just not have a neck. I think that's actually more reasonable. We'll just go like that. So she's got a... This is the collar. This is part of the torso. So we'll go torso. Below the collar is a tie. Oh. What's the best way to deal with this? What are those emotes? Oh jeez, hold on, let me lean into here. What is that? That is a dog. And what is that? Is that a fox? Is it bad that I had to lean in really close to my monitor to work out what those were? Let's go. Oh, this is not good. What's the best idea of this? Hmm. I don't know how I feel. Do I need 2 pieces for this? I'll do 2 pieces if the pattern on the tie below is visible. The pattern on the tie below is not visible, so realistically, this should work with just 1 piece. Okay. Okay, I'll go with that as a tie. And what the heck is that supposed to be? It's just... Is that a person? I can't tell if that's supposed to be just a fat person holding their stomach or a pregnant person. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I actually need a fair amount of skin showing here, don't I? Okay, the most realistic way to do this is to have this be directly connected to this. What's the best way to deal with that then? We use the head to hide the neck area, so that's not a problem, but... Does this actually cover her whole front? I don't have a better shot of her sides here, do I? Alright, well, there's one way to go about this, which is I do have the memorial lobby for Seia unlocked, so we're gonna just open the game up for a moment. For reference, what I'm trying to work out is how much of her skin is showing basically between her breast and her armpit. That was just a really crazy sentence. Oh boy. Well, definitely wasn't on my list of things I thought I was going to say today. Let's wait for the game to turn on. My ad blockers aren't on, so BlueStacks is turning on the ads first. Alright. I think it's like somewhere like that. And we don't actually care about the base of this because we can't see the bottom. Okay, I can do the remaining details because we can just adjust the edges if it's not quite right. So button, can I do the button straight on here or try to do the one separately? Button separately. Okay, doesn't even matter then. Alright, well, it's also a matter of like proportions, right? Since we're working with a very downsized and exaggerated body at the same time. And you also have to take into account the how much of the visible skin is the chest area and not the an effective extension caused by the breasts. And for some reason I'm blanking on what it looks like for Akko around that area right now. Well, it's fine. The game is turning on eventually, so we can take a look. Because the way this looks, if this goes all the way up to shoulder, I think we're going to bring her arms down before we reach the shoulders. So the most realistic way to do this is to go 1, 2, arms behind torso. Well, upper arm behind torso, so we'll just go shoulder, put this below torso, and we'll go upper arm. The upper arm's job is literally just the shoulders, so or basically the arm coming down. We're going to bring the arms down like so. Just straight down. And then we actually need to have a actual torso piece which encompasses most distinctively the line that would make up the armpit, and then a way to... I'm just going to do this to make this easy to color. This is probably not how I should do this, but that basically makes up the body. I should go like down. Bring this down a bit. Oh, there's still the very unfortunate part where her hair is covering her armpit. But the bit we're interested in is right along here. Because the center of her chest is here. The nipple should be, what, along here? Which means that... Hello there, how you doing? We're currently, trying to determine how much skin between the breast and the armpit exists here, because it is basically not visible, and I'm probably trying way too hard to think about this. Yeah, I don't think it probably matters all that much, because we're looking at body into clothing here. That really doesn't matter that much. I mean, this is 90% covered. It should be fine. Where is... Indeed. Okay, the arms don't actually matter too much. We're just gonna, like, lengthen these a little bit just to make them easier to work with. We're gonna use the collar bit to cover the joint of the torso here regardless, so that doesn't matter. Okay, so once we have the torso, we need... Okay, so this is the bit that's going to be really annoying, because I need the front part of her sleeves. Which... What is the best way to go about this? Okay, so our hands come in about here, so we want just the sleeve over the top and then the actual cuff end of the sleeve just poking out underneath the box cover. This is going to require a little bit of masking, and oh shit, this bit's gonna... Well, that's gonna be a problem. Okay, let me think about... I need to think through how to do this. Okay, we want the motion. Did I start the motion plan up? Did I plan this properly? Well... Yeah, I didn't really plan this through completely, did I? Because we need to... Do we want to lift from a shape... Oh, from a shape that's more like this, and then place it into a shape that's like this? That is currently problem number one. It also doesn't really help that her sleeves end in like 5 petals of a flower rather than 4. If it was symmetrical, this would be a lot easier. Let's have a think about this. What is the best way to go about this? Okay, so we're going to do a front piece to the sleeve, which we're going to place right at the front of the foreground. And then when we need to hide it, as though it was going behind the box, we will place it behind a mask. And we'll move the mask around instead of trying to finagle... Go away. Is that gonna work? Or was it better if I... I'm thinking about this way too hard. Okay, let's see. The most realistic way to do this is to make a folder here. We're going to say lower arm, or basically hands. But we're going to have the front part of the cuff. Split this into right and left. We want to open this... No, this should be below the sleeve. This comes out of the sleeve. This should be below the sleeve. Okay, let's go sleeve first. We'll just think about that first. Basically, the sleeve just needs to be the out. This would be what, vertically puffing out, wouldn't it? Because this would be what, like... But no, what am I doing? No, we want to go... This is the edges of the sleeve already, so we want to just have it coming out, and then we want to bring it inwards. And then we want to kind of have an edge here. Wait, am I kind of doing this symmetrically? Okay, good. Then, the front of the cuff needs to stick out from here. So we'll go... we will bring it down to about... let's say about here. Freehanding a bunch of geometrical shapes. Then we'll go... Well, that's uneven. Oh dear. Let me just work out this angle that bit for my wrist. Go like that. Then we need a back piece that goes below this, where we'll have to take... Actually, we'll just work on this on the top of this first. The ears were originally modeled after cat ears. At this current stage, there's not really much cat left. There used to be a bit more cat when I was trying to figure out how making tails in Live 2D worked. The only thing you really need to know in terms of the glorious, I suppose as every VTuber fan loves it, the lore of my model is that it's a giant amalgamation of experiments. So go like... Except that it's in the practical sense of I wanted to try something new with Live 2D experiment, not a in-depth world lore of an experiment. So it's a little bit more boring than that, unfortunately. Wait, no, this has to go like that, and then like that, and then because it was just easier having a general base design, and then if I needed to try something new in Live 2D, I could just make a new model and do it like that. Which is why, if you pay attention to my ending stream screen, the sizable breasts on that version of the design was based on I needed to figure out how breast physics worked. A few back when there was actual cat ears, that was working out how animal ears worked, and then at some point there was a tail, and that was working out how tails worked. There you have that. There you have it. Whoops. Oh dear. This has to go back. It's go up there, doesn't it? Because it's a 5-pointed pedal. Oh dear. But this is further back, so I actually don't need it to be up as far. I could just go like this. And then go like this. Back towards the edges here, and I just need to make sure it can hook itself when it lifts. I mean, I don't know what the general opinion on VTuber lore is these days, since I don't think I've really heard anything about it in quite a long time, except for the occasional corporate VTuber doing their debut, but I was never a big fan of it. And so, at this stage, whenever anyone asks me about my lore, it's like, it's an occupational illness. Everything was for practical purposes. Oh, I don't know if that will work for the back. I might be better just to not have the curve there and just have it point straight. Okay, I think we'll just adjust the front so that this is going more this way. And hide as much of the back as I can. Okay, so this goes in front of this. Okay, hand. Hand. Okay, let's just make that bigger and stick that back into place there. Well, it depends if you count cat by sticking them on for a bit, deciding if, and then doing a self-study of how it works, and then taking them off again. I mean, it's like those experiments. I mean, I just watched a video about this, so it's on the mind, but about the war crimes during like the World War periods, about how they were like, oh, basically it was just like a bunch of, was it human experiments on war prisoners, so that's been on the mind a little bit. I mean, it could be dog ears, honestly. It's what, pointed, like generally triangular shaped ears. There's not really that much of a but you look at what the general shape of like a predator's ears, it's not the biggest difference if you just look at them as an accessory. Realistically, there was never like a big like specification. It was just, I need to work out how these animal ears worked, and this is a shape that I can generally figure out, and that was about as far as the thinking went. I mean, you stick around with me for a while when it comes to doing character design, or especially when I'm trying things in Live 2D, you'll realize that I don't really think that hard about it when I just need something. Because the need for something practical usually ends up outweighing the design by quite a bit. I'm perfectly fine with saying I am very much a practicality first type of person. Is there ribbons on the inside side as well? Is it only on the outside? Okay, I can't see it on here. And we can't see it on here either. I'm presuming it's only on the outside. La da dee doo da. Where is sleeve? Okay, let's have a look at this. We want this too. Go along the side of the sleeve. So let us just make. We're not going to change perspective of this, so we can just go like that. And then we can directly draw the ribbons in because the perspective's not changing. Okay, now it's time for some very badly drawn ribbons. Let's go 1, 2... I still need to find some time to figure out a foxtail, like the really big bushy foxtail. So that might appear at some point. For absolutely no reason apart from I was trying to figure this out. You know, I have been a little bit better about actually designing a character to test things more recently. But the way that like a more slender or shorter tail is done in Live 2D is a little different from how a big bushy tail has to be set up. Basically because of the thickness, along with the fact that if it needs to turn significantly, then you'll probably need actually a couple layers of the fluff, as we'd like to call it. I'll just draw stripes straight down this on the line layer. Well, why not? Let's just draw some stripes down here. Okay, maybe should have made the opening a little bit bigger there, but I should just make the opening come down here. That's a bit so. I'm gonna pick that all of our clothing's white. I don't have to worry about as much of the Oh. Okay. Hold up. What's happening there? Wait a minute. That's an opening. That is not a pattern. That is a slit. Well, shit. Okay, where is the front of this piece? We need to go right above the piece here. We need to go... Oh, where's the sleeve? Sleeve is there, okay. So we need to go like that. And then like that. Whoop. And you'll leave that open. Okay, hopefully that doesn't cause any problems. Do we want the slit behind to be visible? Because technically there will be a slit right like here. Then right about here. I mean, there'll be one back here as well, but we can't see that, so we don't really care. Okay. That is basically everything we need. Okay then. That means it is now time to start slamming in some color. Okay, do the usual. We're gonna go from top to bottom in the layers. I'm gonna just make use of the symmetrical ruler while it exists, because that is generally just more convenient. This is all white, so we don't have to worry too much about the color here. Every second ribbon is white. We don't need the line in here. Whoop! Can I pop that out, please? Okay. And then we want to fill this with a yellow. We're gonna take yellow from here. This line should not exist. This line should be significantly thinner. It's the edge of the ribbon. Good enough. Can I get rid of some of the pixels like inside here? Can I clean that out a little bit? No? A little bit. Then we want to take the white and we just want to fill the rest of this. Should have drawn those lines in later. That was so much more practical. Actually, let me just try something. I don't know if this will cause a problem, but let me just make this. Change image resolution. This is probably a bad idea. We're just going to increase the by 1.5. Does that cause a problem for my lines? It makes my lines really big and thick, but it should help a little bit when it comes to getting into the smaller gaps. It doesn't look like it's causing any major problems for my lines, so it should be okay here. Oh, actually, if ribbons are separate, we can make them flop a little bit. We are separating the ribbons. All right, we're getting rid of this. Okay, we're just gonna go 1, 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay, so we're just gonna go top ribbon. Mid ribbon and bot ribbon. Here's me just making decisions on the fly again. Okay, so with the symmetrical eraser, we're just going to go ahead and... Actually, I could just use this line eraser. Please pop that out. Okay. And then the middle ribbon. Can I get in there? Pop that out. Making decisions on the fly. Alright. The bottom ribbon, just pop all of this out. I don't even know how visible this is going to be, but it's just good practice to have these kind of looser parts detached, so we're going to detach them. Okay, so then we need just the sleeve, so we just need to get the ribbons out of here now. Is this... am I not using the right tool? Oh, use this tool. Whoop! Don't do that. Then we want to reattach all of this. Reattach this part, reattach the opening here, and then let me just redraw these lines entirely. Actually, no, I'm going to draw them later when I've got the color in it. I don't have to worry about it as much. Okay, then we want now to have another set of color layers here. 1, 2, 3. We now need to turn off you, and you. So we're going what? It's white, white, yellow. Well, the white, yellow. No, yellow, yellow, white, yellow. We want to go. You are yellow. You are yellow. You are yellow. You are white. Oh. Ha! Why is this not completely cleaned out? Oh dear. Okay. Really? Can I not pop that out? Alright, fine. We'll do it this way. Did that affect anything on this side? Why are you not symmetrical? Okay, then we turn all of you off. Then we turn you on. You are white. Then we come back through and we draw these lines through here where we want to kind of go one straight down where the ribbons are. We'll just do 2 lines actually. But this actually, no, it's supposed to actually what dash in it. Should I actually like bend a little bit with the sleeve? Kind of. And that is that part. Let's just put this into a folder called sleeve. Turn that off. We'll put this into a folder called cuff. Turn you off. We want to go white. We just want to go straight across the top like so. That's not white, that's black. Right across the top. and also not into the points in there, so like that. Why can't I see yellow in the back? What is that? Okay, how supposed to do this? We want to... Just make sure that this is sealed, and then we'll just go across the top like that, and then we'll plop it in. Why can I see a bit of yellow in the inside? That's really worrying. Okay, where's the Tea Party logo? I need to redraw that, because that was just a very quick and not very good effort by me. Or should I actually just like copy and paste the Tea Party logo straight onto the box? That might actually be more sensible. Just actually have the Tea Party logo on the box. I kind of wanted to be a little bit scuffed. Yeah, I kind of wanted to be a little bit scuffed. Either way, I think this should be a little bit more this way. And I should probably turn this into a... not a rest layer, a vector layer. Alright, let's go... Oh yeah, box color. Give me this like slightly brownish gray. Give me this kind of gray. Turn you off. So this is... Oh. Ah. That's another part that's requires a bit of thinking. We want to turn you off. Ah. That's a problem. Okay, we're going to draw a line from here to here and just do our best. Okay, hopefully this doesn't get messed up when it goes into Live 2D, but I need to split this left and right as well, which is the fun part. Okay, so that exists, and then we want the box front to also have this color layer, where we just want to slam this straight in. Then it is time for logo. Do I want a nice thick line for the logo? Kind of do. I don't even know how you're supposed to write the A like that. Alright, let me sit down. Okay, what's the best way to go about this? So I think the cup is more or less in the right spot. I like how the logo itself, you can see that there's like imperfections in the lines. So the fact that I'm making it, or trying to make it look a little bit more scuffed, when it's technically not completely perfect, makes it look extra scuffed. Actually, do I just try and draw it entirely in white to begin with? That might be a thing I should try. Okay, let's turn off the front of the box color. We're going to change the paper so that's significantly darker. Okay. Now then. I think the biggest problem I'm having is actually on the handle of the cup. Oh, good. I feel like looking at the logo, there's definitely some parts where it feels like it's the end of a pinstripe when someone was doing this. They had to add a little extra bit. Which is kind of funny, but... Oh, my submission was on. Oh, let me just go fix that. It's really amazing how the handle of a teacup like this, when it's only the handle, looks vaguely like I'm trying to draw one of those like Rune Chris or something. Oh, I'm doing this on the wrong layer. Oh my god. Alright, let's do this on the right layer. Turn the snapping off. How do I feel about this general shape? Honestly, it's about right. Why is there this like little tiddlywink just sticking out in there? And then, for whatever reason, the top looks very hand-drawn and kind of rough, so, maybe not that rough. Maybe about this rough. Okay, ruler. We need you to not do that. They're really not. Is it really not filling in the full gap? I guess that works. All right, then. Let's see. Okay, that worked out better than expected, for the most part. About there. It's really wild how a little bit of scuff on this logo actually works. Okay, let's do the glorious bit of calligraphy on a different layer here. I'm gonna miss it off somehow. Well, I just find what this font is. How do I find this font? Do I have this font? I might actually have this font. I have a bunch of weird fonts. Can I sort by... I can't. Let's see if I can find this one. We're looking for... What's it called when the text has those flicks on it? Because it's definitely one of those. Do I not have this one? Well, these days, the, I feel like any standard depiction of Alice, especially a blonde Alice, has a significantly much more of a, straight princess fringe cut. across the front. Because somehow that's become like the gold standard of the, was it, Alice in Wonderland? I cannot find a font that seems similar to this. Am I really gonna have to finagle this with my very gloriously bad calligraphy? Oh boy. Oh, that's not a good sign. And I don't feel like there's been as much talk with the or just as much talk in general with the whole project recently. Do I have? Not looking for sense. Looking for what sense there. Okay, I don't think I have a font that looks like this, especially the T. I don't think I have a font that has that kind of T. Or do I? It's not as round. I have like some very standard fonts you'd think would be generally okay for a essay. And then some only capitals fonts that I use for manga, and that is it. Okay, it's calligraphy time. This is gonna go very poorly. Alright. Alright, what are we dealing with? And for the most part, this is like roughly okay in terms of positioning. So it's just a matter of turning this into I've used a actual calligraphy brush twice, I think, in my life, where you actually have like the very stainable ink. I can't remember what I wrote for that lesson though. Was it once or twice? I think it was twice, even though one time was more official with the ink. I think the other time was just the brush and we're just kind of playing with it. It's definitely interesting because you really have to hold the brush in a specific way. Oh, this is close enough, I think. Let's just bring this straight down. I'm also trying to like create the block as lettering of the logo here, which is probably not helping. Okay, what do I do here? Round rectangle. Why is that doing that? Huh? Hello there, how you doing? Probably better if I don't do it in this layer and just throw this over there. What kind of E is this? But anyways, welcome to the stream. There's currently a glorious disaster known as my very bad ability to draw letters. Because I can't seem to find a font that would fit. So we're freehanding this and it's going about as well as I thought it would. This need to be longer. Oh, it's not flat. That'd be really nice if I could stretch it in a more sensible way, but whatever. Round out this E. Then we want to have a very small opening for the it's not horrible yet. Oh boy, this is going to be a train wreck. This is going to be such a glorious train wreck. Alright, how do these A's work? Why's the back of this A so fat? If I went through and looked for the font, probably, but it'll require me to install it and reset a whole bunch of things so that my system recognizes it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone write an A like this. Well, then to you, the most I can say is you have a lot of spare time to be writing your A's like this. It feels like an extra stroke where it's really not needed. Symmetrical ruler. Dang it. Oh, turn off symmetry ruler, please. Turn that off. Okay, well, at least we can rotate and resize, and everything will be good after that. I mean, yeah, it's like a thing where once you start doing it, it'll just be a thing you do. I like how you could tell this was probably typed, given that there's a giant gap between the T and the E. If this was drawn, then there'd probably be less of a gap between the T and the E. Well, if I start losing my sanity before I reach the end of party, then we'll look for the font. And the thing about looking for fonts is that unless I have the exact name of it or someone else also put out a search for it, it's not exactly easy to find a lot of time. Since ideally I'd need all of the letters to be in this correct styling for the font. So even if like one letter looks right, but the other letters aren't, then it's kind of pointless to use a font. That is a bulbous R. Let's just go down, go like that. What the heck is happening here? What is happening here? It's literally just a bulb. Something like that. That is a bulbous SR. Jeez. I just merged that down. That was the most pitiful tea ever. Just fish you out a bit. Oh boy. Okay, I think. Oh, let's just straighten that up a bit. Well, that could have been more horrific. Of all the grumbling I did, it's actually not as bad as it probably could be. Oh boy. Okay, then we want to go 1, 2, merge that down, open this up a little bit more. It's amazing how that actually doesn't look terrible. Alright, Y. Let's make the Y actually hang underneath. Okay. Scuffed logo. All right. It kind of works. Sure. Okay, so that is like that. That we don't need that layer anymore. This is like that. That's really sharp very well. It's fine. Give me this pink, and let us do a back and go like good enough. All right. All right, I need hair color. Oh boy. All right. Oh, this part should work. Okay. Oh, just like that. Why is it not filling? Oh, that's... Okay. Going a little moving. Why is it not filling all the way in? Tell me to close. Well, that ain't it. Oh, why does it do that? Well, that's annoying. Okay, that's one. What down should I bring this from? What, the Tea Party logo? There's the actual logo used inside the game, so it does exist in some capacity. Pop that in, just raise the parts. You know, all the self-run businesses now, honestly, a little bit of a scuffed logo adds a bit of that not as obscenely personal or not professional charm to it, right? Turn that off, turn that on. Want to go like. We'll do that for this part. You know, if anyone shows up to this stream and still wants to try BlueStacks after I complain about it every time I turn it on. I guess it's fine if you run an ad blocker that actually like cuts it off from running the ads, but you have to be very brave to still want to try that stupid thing. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna try it. I'll eventually break and try a different emulator for the glorious mobile gaming experience, but until then, I'm putting up with it. It's like the main reason I use it was because it does let you do some like fun things like binding the controller to the to like do screen inputs, which I've used a grand total of 1 time. But I don't really play any of the games that require high levels of precision control. Apart from that, it's not the greatest reasons to use it. There was like a very brief period where I was considering, because my cousin insisted that I play this like MOBA with him, and I was just like, it was okay when I was playing it when I was in the same country, but then he was like, hey man, you should play it after you go home as well, and it was just like, it's 4,000 ping. It's like I've never seen ping go into the thousands. So usually, even at worst, it's like I think the worst I've actually played under is what 500 that I've put up with. And that was a game that definitely didn't require precision inputs. It was like all menuing. It was like, I'm not playing a MOBA at 4000 ping. That was a good time. But I think that's like the only other time I actually thought about using the controller mapping for a game. I mean, all the ads for the emulator that show the controller mapping, I think usually show was that PUBG or Genshin. I mean, that generally, like, that generally makes sense. If you're playing on the Wi-Fi, it's like games don't actually use very much data, since all of the data is like sitting on your device, like all the actual like, game data. It just has to like load a few quick mathematical connections between you and the server, and that's it. And I was always surprised those at how much data Reddit uses. But yeah, that was the period I was using Reddit a lot on my phone. I was mostly going on to subreddits that was just like all images. And the one thing I learned about Reddit was that a Reddit user can't post a slightly lower resolution of an image. They have to post the gigantic resolution 4K image of any random meme they have. It's like, holy shit. That uses so much memory. To load all these like gigantic images with no compression. Do I have the... Where's the hairline? Hairline's there. Okay. Okay, give me arbitrary headset color. This not quite blackish grey with a bit of blue inside. Where's this? It was like in the same time that when I was like playing what 5 different games when I was commuting back and forth from work on my phone, I was using about 1/10 of the data that one single session of me going on Reddit used up. I had a pretty much unlimited data plan at the time, and even that was like, hey man, you're using a ton of data, what the fuck are you doing? You know, when the unlimited data plan has to like hit you up and be like, what the heck are you doing with all the data? It's like, you know it's bad. Let's see. Give me the hair color here. Let's just bring this down to the hairline. Although bring it not quite down to the hairline. Let's just bring it not quite down to the hairline. I need to extend that. I can extend that later. But, you know, the fun thing about like workplace Wi-Fi in particular is the complete lack of other people using the upload. So you ever want to upload stuff and your workplace or like any somewhat private Wi-Fi that you have access to, or even if you can do it on like their systems if they don't care. If no one's using the upload is like hilariously fast. So like this was not work, but actually no, I think I did do this at work a few times. I committed a whole bunch of stuff to GitHub while I was at work on the work Wi-Fi. And that was because at that time, that was when the senior who was in charge of assigning me work insisted on doing everything himself, so I had a lot of free time. So I was working on a game instead, like a private project during work hours. So I was very casually uploading versions of a game using the company Wi-Fi. I actually don't know how company Wi-Fi it was. I think it was just actually, what was it? Was it company Wi-Fi or was it just like building Wi-Fi? It might have just been building Wi-Fi. Well, it was visual. Oh, I guess ASMR implies that it has to be audio, so I guess that is just like a video. But it's like, what was it? When I was studying, the university I was at had like incredibly slow download when the building was full, but literally no one used the upload. At that time, I was doing more of a just like a gaming channel where it was just like let's plays, so they're like really long videos. And I would take like several gigs of videos that I would pre-record and I would upload them at uni. And it would be done in like 20 minutes or so. If I tried to upload them at home, at that time, did I have fiber at the time? I don't know if I had fiber at that point. But even if I had fiber, it would have been like a couple hours to upload that many gigs of videos. I took it to uni when no one used to upload, since they had basically, was it business grade internet. I could upload like several gigs of videos in like 20 minutes. So that was how I was doing YouTube back then. So that was fun. Okay, so I'll leave it here for the day since I'm out of time. But in terms of how many pieces need to be colored. There's a good number of a good number of symmetrical pieces in the body section, so should be largely fine there. Some of these parts have been moved around a little bit, namely the flowers on the ears need to be moved up. So that's above the was it the top of the headset? Actually, wait, I haven't drawn the headset, have I? I haven't drawn the antenna sticking out the side of her head. Huh. Well, that's gonna happen next time. And then it'll just be so front hair, the head, the body, and then the hair behind the head. I mean, the hair behind the head is just a bunch of blocks of colors, so that's not particularly difficult. And then the box. Some of these are actually just placeholders, namely this is a placeholder. Then I just need to get the antennas sticking out the side of her head, a little bit of the headset she has. And then, oh, I have another halo. Right, the halo. I need to think about it, the halo. Because it needs to go from flat to in the air. But either way, thank you very much for watching today's session of line art into flat coloring. If you want to see more of this, namely the glorious disaster, which is going to be me trying to open the box and hide everything that needs to be hidden before it is opened. Remember to be subscribed or following, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you all again next time.